After the ball is over, after this game is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hi.
Hello. Welcome to Pinhook and Needles Podcast, episode 163. It is Monday, July 13th, 2015. You did that last time.
I'm sure. No, I didn't.
Yes. Well, the last time we hit a Monday. Last time was Sunday, I think. No, it was Tuesday. I don't remember. Anyway.
Last time was
Tuesday. Because we had gone early and then we went late.
No, I had a short weekend last weekend. There was no way it was Tuesday. It was Sunday. And then the weekend before was Tuesday.
Okay. Anyway, regardless, welcome to Pinhook and Needles. I am Marlicia. Well, I am Lady Fernico, also known as Marlicia.
And I am Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
Okay, almost everywhere,
yes,
for both of us. Okay, we want to welcome
everywhere that's important.
We want to welcome all new and returning viewers. We want to thank you for joining us. We like spending time with you. Hope you like spending time with us.
Sorry, guys.
If you are, well, we have new members. Let's get to them first. The ones who officially joined. We have Cupcake Crochet, who is Jennifer, and I believe she was originally Naughty Hookin'. And I think she had a different Rav name, but anyway, we're glad to have her with us.
Naughty Hookin' was the other Rav name.
Yeah, I think you're right. And then we had Gertruda75. There was no name there, so I don't know what her name is, but we welcome her.
She's the woman with no name.
We have Glasgow Clacker, which I think is funny. That makes me happy. She must be in Scotland. That's Ellie. And then we have welcome Ellie. We have Nikki440, who I think is Nikki, but there was no name there. So welcome Nikki440.
Nikki440?
I keep wanting to say 18220. Welcome Nikki440. There's Babsy P, who is Babsy. I thought at first it was Babs, but her name is Babsy, so I guess it's Babsy P. Mm-hmm. We have Fiber Nymph, who is Lisa from Fiber Nymph Dye Works. Welcome, Lisa.
Welcome.
Check out her yarns. I looked at her stuff when she joined, and she has some really pretty yarn. Kathy Sand, who is Catherine. Welcome, Catherine.
Come on.
Yes. Dutch Spin Lady, who is Marion. Welcome, Marion. She Does Crochet, who is Deborah. Welcome, Deborah. Jenny Lulu, who is Jen. Welcome, Jen. Safroni, who is Amy. Welcome, Amy. Bianca13, who is Blanche. Welcome, Blanche, which I didn't realize that, but she has an Italian and a French way of saying white. That's cool. And Caroline30, who is Caroline. I think it's Caroline. When it's I-N-E, I believe it's Caroline, right?
I believe you're right.
So welcome to all our new and returning viewers. We are glad to have you with us. And if you are still in the shadows, or if you have just joined us for the first time, please feel free to join the group officially so you can take part in all the Cal-Cals. We just finished our autism awareness. I have a bunch of packages that little Miss person over here has to put her John Hancock on so we can send them out. I want to thank everybody for getting their addresses out to us so quickly. I think we are still missing one. Debbie Jackson, I don't know if you sent it to me and I lost it, which is entirely possible because I had a ton of email come in all at once with addresses. So if you have sent it, please resend it. If you haven't sent it, please do send it so we can get your package out to you. We want to thank you all for participating. We had a blast.
Indeed,
it was a lot of fun.
Do.
Yes.
What's in your mug?
Oh, I have chai tea in my mug. In my St. Paul's.
Is anyone shocked? Didn't think so. I have a mixture of drinks here. Mixed drinks. This is my black rose heart. I'm sorry, this is dark rose heart tea. Which I drink just a little bit of sugar, or sweet, well, rather, because you can use fewer sweetened loaves to get the same sweet taste that you would need to use many, many sugars. So there's that. And then I've been kind of obsessed with the Bolt House Farms smoothies, and today I'm drinking the Sea Boost, which has pears, cherries, and mango in it.
I also have my water.
Oh, I have water over there too. Hardly worth mentioning.
Water is very good. Just because it's not as jazzed up as everything else, you don't have to be prejudiced about it. Okay.
So
we hope that you have whatever it is that makes you happy to drink while you join us. And I have some notes here that I don't need that one. I already did that. So you're doing the cardiac along.
Well, before we go into cardiac along, thank you everyone for your participation so far in the baby hat drive for my hospital that I work at. I have not seen all the posts yet just because I've had a little bit of difficulty keeping up. But I've looked over them and just haven't responded to everything yet. The hats are looking awesome. I'm really appreciative of everyone who is putting forth the effort to make all the hats and provide
all the hats
and provide for a need in this community.
Mm-hmm.
I know that
in their own community.
Or in their own community. I know that the hospital and then the moms and the babies here will be very grateful.
And I know that Katie, who is Faithful Knitter, I don't have anything to write with that, so I forgot. Faithful Knitter posted a few hat patterns, and she also posted an ebook that is free from Knitpicks. I don't know how long it'll be free. I actually saw that, but I didn't think about posting it, and I appreciate her doing that for us. It has some really cute hat patterns. In fact, one of my projects is one of those hat patterns. So you might want to check out that post. It's in the hat thread, baby hat thread.
Totally not pulling your weight.
Well, I can do it as long as you give me paper and pen.
No. I'm not giving you my pen. I don't trust you not to take my pen.
I don't take your pen. I have my own pen.
I can't trust you.
Uh-huh. See that? No trust. None.
You gotta earn it.
I've already earned it many times over. You ungrateful child.
So, the cardiac read-along. It's going strong. It is running... My yarn's stuck. Okay. It is running through July 1st. From July 1st through... It is running from July 1st through September 30th.
Who are our co-hosts?
Our co-hosts are... I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what my problem is today. It's Kenneth of
who's Turbo Knitter 64.
Thank you. I don't know why I
From
feel
the Turbo Knitter
I'm
podcast.
so scattered today. I just can't focus on anything.
And the sampler girl who is
Tanya Marie. And then we also have Packing It Tidy.
And she is not a podcaster.
No, she's
got her own she's doing her own well, she's doing it with us, but she's doing it off podcast. And
basically, you just have to have red figure in some significant way in your project.
And she has developed a colorway for that,
so which you have a sample of.
I do, but we'll show it in. I guess I show it now. Just let me get this stitch.
Those Takumis are evil.
I don't care for these.
That's why I gave them to you.
Well, they're probably going to go in the prize bin.
I think they should go in the trash bin.
No, people can use them. Packing Knits has developed a yarn, and she donated this skein for our prize pool for the cardiac. This is her Hearts Aflutter. I don't want to open it because it's not mine. But you can see how pretty that is. And while I'm at it, since we're doing the cardiac, we're going to do the prize anyway.
I believe it's a part of her proceeds, or is her proceeds that are going to
for the Hearts Aflutter is going to the
Mayo Clinic.
Okay, so it's a very generous offer. She also sent this book for a second winner. So I know some of you guys really like zombies out there. This is
the person I'm thinking of specifically, although she doesn't like making toys.
Heidi
is other not Heidi Packing Knits.
No, the Heidi yes,
Undead Yarn.
Yes.
This, but I know that Heidi Undead Yarn doesn't like making toys, but the zombie thing is totally up her alley.
Right. Well, it's also up Mary's alley, but she doesn't knit toys as far as I know yet, but she's adventurous, so.
Yeah.
Mary. And Heidi.
Oh, who is it who made a bunch of zombies over the toy line? Was that Rose Bob?
I think so. So she might get a kick out of that as well. We have several people who we get a kick out of that. And with the yarn, Heidi sent oops, this
Are you
package.
tearing stuff?
Well, this package, the post office kind of mutilated it.
Sure, let's blame the
This
post office.
package comes with also a
I'll tell Tony you blame the post office. You blame him personally.
oh, you do that.
You hold him personally
This
responsible.
comes with the yarn, the stitch markers. So
Is that tea with it?
I don't know what that is. It's
Singles to go, add the bottle of water.
oh,
Crush.
it's water. Yes, that crushed stuff. So you get this little envelope goes with the this little Ziploc goes with the yarn.
It made me think of like, you know, those there was for a while, I'm not sure if they still sell it, vitamin C.
Right, they do still sell them.
Where you open it and you just dump it in your water, you get like this flavored vitamin C stuff that if you aren't careful it's too concentrated and gross.
Constipated, huh?
Yes, concentrated.
Did you want to give the other?
Well, I wasn't done talking. You interrupted me.
You said Heidi, and I had to do it before I forgot because it wasn't on my notes yet.
Yes, it wasn't in mine yet.
Well,
either.
it was down too far actually because you said you want to show it.
Yes.
Okay, so
each week during the cardiac ride along. Oh, first of all, what counts for prize drawing? It has to have red figuring in some significant way. I need a drink. And
she will be taking a ruler and going.
Yes, because that works somehow.
No, she won't. We're not going to be doing that. We just want some significant amount of red.
There's a mathematical equation that you know nothing about.
You got it from Turbo Knitter, right?
It's Kenneth and our secret.
Yes. We love Kenneth. He's fantastic.
But stop disrupting my thought processes. I'm having enough trouble focusing today for some reason anyway.
You do that to me all the time.
I don't care.
And I'm older than you are.
Well, then you should know better.
I should know for what reason? I conveniently forget.
It's that old age it's setting in.
Yes, that's what it is.
Early onset.
Yep.
Okay, so I had to look at my rules because I just can't focus today. So you got to use red in some significant way. It doesn't matter when you started your project. All that matters is that you work on it at some point during the read along.
Do you have to finish it?
Nope.
Okay.
I mean, it'd be nice if you finished it at some point in your lifetime, but
well, we'd like to see the finished object if you can, but
yeah,
that's not a requirement.
Right. Even if you decide like later that you don't like it and rip it out, that's totally your choice.
Keep in mind that our rules are different from maybe a little bit different, maybe from Kenneth's, from Packing Knits, and from Tanya Marie's. Okay, they're basically the same, but there may be some differences. I think Kenneth only is pulling for finished objects.
Right. So, the fun.
What can be posted?
Minahaj?
What can be posted?
I said that.
You did not.
Finished objects can be posted, and one whip project. Wait. One whip picture per project per week.
They could probably say it better than we can.
And if you work on that project during the week and have already posted a whip picture, you can still post an FO picture. I really cannot speak today.
I can see that.
I don't know where the difficulty lies.
Right there.
So each week you will be indoctrinated with some cardiac health and most likely diabetes because it always slips in. Fun facts.
Disclaimer.
I was about to do that.
Disclaimer.
Stop interrupting me.
Interrupt.
So, please do not consider the info given during the cardiac ride-along as a replacement to seeing your doctor if you think you may be having a cardiac or diabetic or any other health issue.
We're just here for information.
Indeed. You can, before going on to the health information, you can double, triple, as many times as you want dip in multiple groups. Just make sure you are a member of said groups when you are dipping.
And you follow the rules.
Yes.
Obvious. Pretty obvious there.
Yes. So, I want to run through prizes before I run through fun facts. Projects must not be finished prior to the cardiac ride-along, so we will not accept projects.
To when it starts.
Yes. Projects must not be finished prior. That's why I said prior. To the cardiac ride-along. So they cannot be finished prior to July 1st. Okay. If any of my patterns are purchased during the period of the cardiac ride-along, all the proceeds will be donated to the American Heart Association. American Heart Association is an awesome, it's an awesome organization. I have seen how much good it does just in my career. I've seen they train healthcare professionals in CPR and what is called ACLS, which is basically CPR on steroids. It not only includes teaching us how to perform CPR during what we call code, but it also educates us on medications to give, on how to shock people. By the way, it's not like on TV where you see them get the two paddles, roll them together, and go clear. Although our hospital does actually have the old-fashioned paddles, we don't use that function. We actually use the stickers.
Stickers.
Basically, there's a sticker that fits here and down here.
Right.
The paddles are just shown in movies. No one actually uses those anymore.
I don't think they use them in movies anymore either. I think they just used to.
I think they might have finally stopped showing them using the paddles. For the longest time, they were still behind on the times and showing them using the paddles because it's more fun to have someone go like that.
A bump.
Well, no, it's still people still go bump, and
Yeah.
you still have to say clear because I had known someone who was doing CPR on someone before, and she got shocked not once but twice because someone didn't yell clear loud enough for her to hear it. She was kind of annoyed. She said it's quite a shock.
I'm sure. She's lucky they didn't knock her out.
But, and the person will basically bounce off the table a little bit.
Yeah.
But, anyway, side rant, they completely lost my focus. What was I talking about?
I have no idea.
Oh, American Heart Association. So they train healthcare professionals as well as lay people on how to use the defibrillator out in the, like if you were at an airport, they tell you what a defibrillator looks like, how to turn on, they train you how to use one.
Yeah, we have those at Seton.
Good. Most public places should have one. And you should know where it's at. Actually, I need to find out where the church's defibrillator is.
I'm sure we have one.
We should.
Yeah.
But they also provide literature and video education on what lay people should do in an emergent situation. If they think a family member is having a stroke, what a stroke looks like, what a heart attack looks like, what they should do. Of course, the healthcare professionals in these things are always like the hottest people ever.
Never have a bad hair day.
Oh, no, never have a bad hair day. They have, like, male and female models who are, like, the EMS squad and the nursing staff. I wish I looked half that good. But these videos are very educational and very helpful. So this is a very good organization, and to get back to the point of things, the proceeds of my patterns will be going to the American Heart Association to helping them continue to produce these.
During the whole 3-month period?
During the whole 3-month period, to continue helping them produce these educational materials. Prizes. We have multiple prizes from very generous people.
We already showed you Heidi's.
Yes,
Thank you
we
very
already
much,
showed
Heidi.
you Heidi's, and actually I need to add Heidi's to the list.
Yeah.
We also have a pattern of a value of $10 or less to 3 different winners from True Canuck Girl.
Oh, that's nice of her.
A $10 pattern for 1 winner from Victorian Studio.
Oh, that's nice too.
Knitting needles from Liz Knit Wiz 47. The Knit Red Pattern Book, the Crochet Red Pattern Book, and that's from Mom and I.
Mm-hmm.
Stitch markers from Naughty, well, she is Naughty Hooking, but it also is Cupcake Crochet. Jenny.
Jenny.
And stitch markers, she's making 1 set knitting, 1 set crochet. And you've seen her stitch markers on her
stitch
podcast.
markers are
They're really nice.
They're really nice. She does such a good job.
I do have Heidi's Hearts of Flutter yarn. I just didn't have the book on there.
Okay. Okay.
And then from Fiber Nymph Dye Works.
Yeah, this was a nice surprise.
Yes, red, black, and versatile set.
Yes, I think that's when they do, like, if you do socks, one will be, like, predominantly black with red stripes, and then one will be red with black stripes.
Something like that.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I'm sure that if she's watching, Lisa will tell us.
Yeah, and it looks very nice.
Yeah, I went to see if I could find it, but she doesn't have one in her shop. So
I have it in the message she sent me, so I'll have to show you.
And if you haven't seen Fiber Nymph I don't know what her podcast is called. I think it's Fiberman.
Wait, she's a podcast?
Yes.
Oh!
Yes, I told you that.
I wasn't paying attention.
I know you weren't. You never do. I watched one of them, and she's really good. She's very informative. I enjoyed it immensely.
I am down to like 17 podcasts I need to watch right now. I'm so excited.
I'm getting caught up. I'm one behind with Bakery Board.
Bakery Board. That's horrible. Did you hear what she called you guys?
I
Hey,
did not, in
She
fact.
called you all bakery boars.
Well, maybe they're those boars that run around in the castles.
Bakery boars. Isn't that awful?
I think they're cute. Anyway, Bakery Bears, which we love, they are at the top of my list.
Even if she does think you're boars.
Anyway.
Freudian slip?
No. We and I forgot where I was going because she interrupted me.
I can't remember where you're going either.
Oh, I don't know. I think I'm behind one with them. I finally caught up with. I did a marathon with Maureen, who is Victorian Studios. If you don't watch her, you should.
Her podcast is very relaxing.
I just picked up. I just caught up with Turbo Knitter, who's just posted one. And yes, I got it, Kenneth. I'm so excited. I will contact you soon. As soon as I decide what I want.
She won something.
I won something. Yay. I was so excited. And Kenneth, thank you for the lovely shout out. And we hope we do get a chance to see you at Maryland Sheep and Wool or at Shenandoah if you get there. You were saying about prizes.
Yes, well, that's the last of the prizes.
No. We have one from Mama C. Who's
I
Christina,
don't have that on my list.
And she is donating a skein. Now, Christina, you'll have to correct me if I don't have this right. I actually ended up putting exactly what you wrote because I wasn't sure what the name of the sock yarn was. It's she's donating a skein of Simply Sock yarn from Knit One Crochet 2, I believe. And it's I've never used that yarn, so I'm looking forward to seeing what that looks like. And I think you guys are lucky.
Yes.
Lucky. It's very exciting. Thank you for all the generosity that you're showing. Oh, I forgot to tell about Packing Knits. I guess we don't have to go into hers because, except that Packing Knits Designs yarn, I think she's still dyeing up the yarn.
I think she's doing pre-orders.
For pre-orders for the.
There's a link in the thread, I believe.
For Packing Knits Design, and she is a full co-host of the group, even though she's not a podcaster. So you might want to check her out and see what's going on there. Stop poking with poking needles.
Anyway, fun facts. Where is my
I
fact?
thought you just gave your fun fact.
No, I never got to it.
It was all that stuff about how to get information.
Well, yeah, that's how they know why it's so important. So this comes from the American Heart Association website, and this is in conjunction with American Stroke Association. There we go. And I just want to pull a couple of statistics out from here. I'm not going to read you this whole thing. It's like 4 pages long.
And it's single space with little tiny letters.
Yes. But it says that cardiovascular disease is the leading global cause of death, accounting for 17.3 million deaths per year, a number that's expected to grow to more than 23.6 million by 2030.
Why is that? Does it say? Is it because of diet or lack of exercise or just stress?
This is just statistics. They are not extrapolating upon that. Okay. Let's see. In nearly 787,000 people in the U.S. died from heart disease, stroke, or other cardiovascular disease in 2011. That's about 1 of every 3 deaths in America.
Wow.
Yes.
Does it say? Is there statistics stating if it's more men or women or?
Not. Wait, hang on. Here we go. This is for African Americans in particular, but nearly half of all African American adults have some form of cardiovascular disease. 48% of women and 46% of men. Actually, I'm surprised that women are higher.
Well, women aren't higher, or
they are higher.
Well,
for African Americans.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking that with all the people working now, that might be a stressor.
But and it could also be. Now this is a bit old-fashioned, but if the women cook more, and there tends to be a lot more. I don't want to sound, but there tends to be a lot more fried food in that.
In that culture.
In that culture, and I'm not sure if that's completely correct now, but
used to be.
It used to be.
Yeah. And it's still true in the South to some
Yes.
extent, here where we're at.
Heart disease accounts for 1 in 7 deaths in the U.S. Someone in the U.S. dies from heart disease about once every 90 seconds.
Wow.
And finally, cardiovascular disease claims more lives than all forms of cancer combined.
Really?
Mm-hmm. This is a very pervasive disease. It is something that we see constantly in the hospital. It is almost more shocking to see someone without any cardiac history than see someone with cardiac history. So there, at least most patients have hypertension, which is high blood pressure.
And that might be partially to the sedentary lifestyle.
It could be partially sedentary lifestyle. There are multiple things that can be changed in someone's lifestyle to prevent or make better one's cardiac health. Diet, activity, stress levels. Our American society in particular is a high-stress society. We have a lot of focus on work and working as many hours as possibly can to get as much money as you can.
It's kind of strange when you think about how hedonistic we are sometimes.
Mm-hmm. But that kind of focus on a workaholic type personality can be a very stressful thing, and that takes its toll on the body. Because a lot of times these people are not getting enough sleep either, and that your body needs that time to rest, to recharge. And
well, those people a lot of times don't take time to eat properly.
They don't take time to eat properly either.
They grab
and they don't exercise either.
Right. And this is, we're generalizing with a broad brush.
Yes,
we do realize that not all people who work a lot, don't exercise and don't eat properly and all that.
And there's also plenty of people who don't work,
mm-hmm.
who have heart disease,
mm-hmm.
Who just simply, they choose, either they don't have access to a gym or they choose not to exercise because they don't like to.
And we're not saying that there aren't those who don't have congenital.
And there are congenital. But there is a definite segment of the population, and I think a majority of the population who have heart disease, there's a certain level that can be prevented. I'm not saying it all can be prevented.
No, I think what you're saying is that it can be
mitigated.
Mitigated, yes.
Or
it can be made lesser.
It can be made lesser or completely prevented with good diet, exercise, and reducing your stress levels. There will always be people who just have bad genes.
Right.
Genes that just incline them. I've known people who exercise all the time, are very good about, eating, but they still have heart attacks. That's genes. And
they're doing the best they can.
They're doing the best they can, and that's all you can do. Smoking is another factor that increases your chance for heart disease. It constricts the blood vessels, making it hard to get that blood flow through. Also, diabetes. Now, diabetes goes.
Do you want to save that for next week? Because we don't want to go too far into that kind of stuff. We have to go ahead into knitting and stuff.
Right. Very quick. Besides, so we're talking about some things are comorbidities. Diabetes is a comorbidity with heart disease.
All right, explain comorbidity.
Sorry. It goes hand in hand. If you see one, you'll oftentimes see the other. Your picture of a classic cardiac patient, the ones who are chronic, the ones you tend to see a lot in the hospital, they have heart issues, they're overweight, and again, this is a generalization, but this is a very common picture in the hospital.
It's a type.
Yeah, it's a type that is a very common type. It's not everybody, but a lot of times they will be overweight. They'll be older, like 40s, 50s, or older.
Mm-hmm.
Male, even though females can get these diseases, and we're actually seeing an increase in females with cardiac disease. Partially because I think they're getting more focused as they should be getting, so they don't die as much from it as well.
I think also they're being now, ever since like the late, the 50s or whenever they went to the workforce, they're exposed to a lot more of the same things that men have been exposed to in terms of stressors and bad eating and all this other kind of stuff.
So gender can be can contribute. So you'll see overweight, male, although female you see more of, age, 40s or greater, and you'll see the diabetes.
Aren't certain ethnicities more prone than
certain
others?
Certain ethnicities are more prone than others.
I don't think you see
I believe that, now you don't see this as much in our area, but if I remember correctly, the population, I don't know if there's a more proper way of saying this, but American Indian,
mm-hmm.
they are more prone.
They are.
I think it's to diabetes in particular.
Right.
But don't quote me on that because I'm not well versed in that population.
Right. It's just some populations are more than others.
Are more prone than others. And that's just genetics.
Mm-hmm.
And they have to work harder. So diabetes is another factor you often see. And then you'll see lung diseases like your emphysema and your COPD or chronic bronchitis, emphysema, that kind of thing. A lot of times that's your generalized picture of the cardiac patient. And you'll get, yes, you do get the occasional one that just has the cardiac history, but a lot of times, as time goes on, they'll pick up diabetes, or they'll have already had diabetes, and that leads to a cardiac issue. It's not uncommon to have multiple issues, including kidney disease, actually, because if your kidneys go down, your blood pressure goes up, and you can have other issues. But the body is a very complex, interconnected system, and I could talk about it forever and go into way too much detail.
We do know that.
So we are going to go on to knitting instead.
Very good. Oh, well, that's intelligent.
How many projects do you have?
I think I have 5. Let me check. And please do check out our co-hosts.
Yes.
So you can learn a lot from them, I'm sure, especially Kenneth,
who
has suffered from some of this himself.
His particular one, correct me if I'm wrong.
I think he can tell them.
Yeah.
He can tell them. Let me see what we have here, because we don't want to give them wrong. He has mentioned on the podcast that he would be going into personal history.
Yes. So check out Kenneth. Kenneth is an EMS?
I think he's an EMS.
I think he's an EMT.
Whatever he is, yeah.
He rides an ambulance.
Yes.
So he's a healthcare professional, but also has the personal experience. And healthcare professionals, worst ever.
Yes.
We do not take care of ourselves. We do not sleep properly. We do not eat properly. We do not exercise properly. And we will tell everyone else to do exactly the opposite of what we're doing.
She's exercising now.
I'm doing so good. Sorry.
1.
I'm eating 2, a little better. See?
3.
See?
4,
Look.
5. I have 5.
I can, let's see, 1, 2, 3,
1,
4,
2,
5,
3,
6,
4,
7.
1, 2, 3,
7.
4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Boom,
1, 2,
boom,
3,
boom.
4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, you go first.
So, where's my, oh, there's my needle. Okay. So, gonna put this back down. Excuse me. I didn't work on this too much this week. Well, I did, but it was backward progress.
Oh, that.
This is the Fisherman's Cardigan, which is a Sarah pattern by Jennifer Hagen. I'm using Baroque Comfort Chunky in the Barley colorway. Thank you, everyone, for your comments and your assistance. I know that, oh, who was it? Someone mentioned, was it Vonnie? I want to say it was you, Vonnie, who mentioned doing duplicate stitch.
That was Polly.
No, Polly mentioned it to you. Someone else mentioned it later.
Oh, okay.
And I want to say it was Vonnie, but I could be wrong.
I remember reading that, but I don't remember who it was.
I thought it was Vonnie, but, I mean,
whoever it was.
Whoever, regardless of whether it was Vonnie. Oh, it might have been Victoria.
Victoria Blue?
Yes. Regardless as to which one of you or somebody else who said that, thank you for the suggestion. I know that whoever you were, you suggested dropping down and to fix it and then fixing it up like that, or doing duplicate stitch over it. I wasn't sure if duplicate stitch would work with the cable or not. I never tried duplicate stitch. I actually didn't think about it, and then I'd already tinked back. But as for dropping down, I tried it for a couple rows, then I freaked myself out and fixed it. I have dropped down for cables before. I did it for the Vivian when I made a mistake on that. But this was the center cable, and I freaked myself out.
It was way down there, too.
Yeah, I built it back up again and then just pulled back stitch by stitch and fixed it. So I only went 2 rows past that point, and most of this work was done on that Sunday. Whoops.
Ow.
Oh, it's a small bag. It doesn't hurt you.
Ow.
This is a Plover Bird bag. What we call the creepy llamas. There we go. Ow.
Ow, ow, ow.
So the mistake is all gone. But it also means that I have to build up all that progress I had made. But look, it looks proper now.
The tea is all gone.
Why is the tea all gone?
Why is the tea all gone? Why is she smiling? Oh, this is so soft.
Mm-hmm.
It really is soft.
No more mistakes. It's all better now. And if there is a mistake, I can't see it.
It's a design element.
Oh, no, I mean, if there's a mistake, it's not because it's a design element. I mean, I literally can't see it.
I know. I was just saying it's a design element.
But I don't think that there are any mistakes.
Yeah. Very pretty.
So, I'm very happy with how it's looking so far. I just have not worked on it since that Sunday, I don't believe.
She's traumatized.
Well, it required more focus than I had available. Also, I've been focused on other projects, particularly my crochet this week.
One
So,
more?
no, then you'll go.
You have some.
I can do another one at the end.
Wish to go next.
Tough.
Okay. What?
Or as I sometimes, I told someone at work one time, because there was a bratty kid in the ER who had walked over to the nurse's station and went, I want service now, like 10 years old or whatever, it's complete swagger and everything like this, because he didn't get someone to see him as soon as he wanted. I remember sitting there with another church and going, sounds like that kid just being told sucks to be you.
You can't talk like that.
No, whenever I see that coworker, she'll be like, well, it sucks to be you.
You shouldn't talk like that, especially for a kid.
Well, no, but that, and I didn't actually say it, but I didn't actually see the kid.
In my lovely silver shed bag, in my, I believe this is the extra large size, my Star Wars symbols, and I was watching Victorian Studio, and she made a good point about, for people who can't hear very well, that we maybe shouldn't cover our mouth so much, this way or something. And we used to do a lot more describing. That we should go back to that for people who have a little harder time seeing. But this is my Colonial Blue Sweater project from the Beginner Cardi Pattern by Shannon Mullet-Bowlesby, and it's his book, not the one from the magazine.
Right, because I was tagging the wrong one for a while.
And I did make a little bit of progress on this. I like this. Right now it's mindless. Okay? You can see the progress I made with the double little doohickeys down there. It's not a whole lot, but it's some.
Dwee!
As I say, to not cover my mouth. Here.
You weren't covering your mouth.
The pattern. There. And it's Cascade yarn, Cascade 220 Sport Superwash.
I like Cascade.
I do too. It can be a little splitty, but I think it's the hook I'm using, and I know that Sue had a wonderful suggestion. Maybe I switch the hooks, and I might do that. And Sue, I got your PM about the handles for the hooks. I haven't had a chance to answer. I had a big influx of emails with all the addresses, and everything else went down. So
I need to figure out, because I wish I liked Crochet Dudes better, because I think if I had a larger handle on my smaller hooks,
yeah,
it would be easier for me to work the sport weight yarns. But I don't like the way I hold my hook is
well, you
I hold
depends-
it
yeah.
up here. So a lot of times the larger handle is down here, and it doesn't help me then. I just grip past it.
I have the things that you gave me.
I might have to try that, because I think if I had something a little thicker higher up, I would be able to crochet more with the smaller yarns in the hook. Because I like making my sport weight toys. It hurts I can feel when I'm holding it too long that it's because I'm doing it. I had to grip it.
But I can feel that way even with the Crochet Dude hook sometimes.
Well, that's because I don't like where they have the thick part too far down.
Yeah.
Who holds their hook that far down? Seriously. Heidi does this mentioning on her Ununded Yarn that, when she was crocheting, she said she had this huge section of her hook that she doesn't use because she holds it up close to the head.
Well, everybody holds it up real close when they're doing regular. I think that longer spot is when you're doing Tunisian.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway.
But the point is, I wish that they were a little higher up for the fat part.
This is a Silver Shed bag, and that's where I have my Colonial Blue Sweater project in that new book of Shannon Mold Bowlesby. It is called the book is called, I had the book in here, but I can't see it now.
It's called Designer Crochet.
Designer Crochet, that's what it's called.
It's a good thing your daughter remembers such things.
That's the only thing you remember.
Wow, that is very unkind.
But it's the truth. You just said so. Okay. Okay. I'm using an E-hook for this project instead of the F that's called for because my gauge is what it is.
But you came very close to getting...
I did, and I also now I found something in a book that has similar to what the knitters do with mathematics, so maybe I can use the same hook if I can figure that out. Okay,
so... I poke you. This next one I barely worked on.
Barely worked on?
Barely. In my Silver Shed nursing hats bag, and this is the extra large because there was no XX large when
we usually picked up the XX large, but
that's my favorite one.
There was no XX large.
So this was what I had to just sort of resign myself to as the X large. But
her bags are fantastic.
Yes, they are. This is the horse. Oh, and I also really love, Anne, your new claspy thingies for the bags, where it's like this instead of having the little doohickey down here. I don't have an example of the doohickey. Instead of being like
this one does.
Yeah.
But this is a kicky-boo, but
the example.
But you can see the example.
No, not the no. I'm talking about the clip for the handle. That's it. She's changed it since what she had before. Actually, I had an example on there. Did it? Oh, I did have an example on there. Never mind. She used to have. She has it just now for her zipper pull, but she used to have on her handle a thing like this, and it works well that way, and it's really good for the pull. But I'm very rough on my bags, and I managed to break one of these clasps for the handle for my frog one. I really like the new clasp for the handle because I feel like it's a little harder to break. Because I am very rough on my bags.
These bags stand up very well.
Oh, the bags themselves, they hold up to a lot of wear and tear, and this new clasp is holding up to a lot of wear and tear. I'm just very, very rough on my bags. I know that my Batman plover bird at one point, I had to sew part of this handle back on because I took that thing, I threw a bunch of stuff on it. When I'm going out and about and I don't want to carry my huge purse, I'll sometimes use one of my larger knitting bags as a purse. I'll throw my wallet and a couple of other things in there along with my knitting, and then I'll go. So these bags get beaten up. Anyhow, this is the Horse Blanket Shawl, which is the Gaskell pattern by Sarah Jordan. I'm using Brown Sheep Lamb's Pride worsted in the colorway Charcoal Heather, and I'm using US 6 needles. This was started for the Undead Yarn. Oh, I'm in the middle of the row again. Undead Yarn Shawl Cow, which ended a year ago. But
neither one of us finished that one.
no, I'm going to try to see if I can finish this row because I'm almost there. This is a nice pattern. I don't believe it's free. I found out about Sarah Jordan, though. Oh, that's right. I got it on sale. Because at that point I was subscribed to Yarnbox, and Sarah Jordan had a pattern in Yarnbox. I didn't end up making the pattern that I got for free in the Yarnbox, but I bought this one on sale from a coupon that I got on the Yarnbox. And it's a very nice shawl. It's worked side to side. You start at a point, you increase until you're about halfway through the shawl, and then you start decreasing. It's got a nice, I call it a neck flap, but I guess it's a neck covering.
Collar.
It's a collar, yeah. And the shawl goes down actually a little past the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite a long shawl.
It's very long.
This is a very itchy yarn, though, and I'm going to have to condition it in order.
Put it through conditioning, reconditioning.
It's hard. I'm so almost done with it.
Are you going to waterboard your shawl?
Yes. No, I'm going to make it listen to the Bob Dylan Christmas album.
Oh, no.
So, this is all garter stitch, which is nice, which makes it an easy knit. Sometimes, though, I can feel the itchiness of this yarn through whatever pants or skirt or whatever I'm wearing because it's such an itchy yarn. But I have determined that this is still going to be my reading shawl, darn it. And,
Rated G, Rated PG podcast.
darn it's PG. Yep. There. Okay. I was trying to lose a stitch.
Why?
Because I thought it'd be fun.
It had breadcrumbs.
What?
It had breadcrumbs,
Why did it have breadcrumbs?
so it could find its way back.
Okay then.
It's a Hansel stitch and a Gretel stitch.
I have like 4 stitches to go. Which is why I've been stalling. This is a nice smoky gray.
Blather, blather, blather.
Blather, blather. I really do like the color. And I got this in this yarn in a crafty sweater kit. There. I've stalled efficiently. Proficiently.
No, sufficiently.
Sufficiently. All shintly.
Efficiently.
So.
Ah.
So.
Yep.
You cannot see the full
There you go.
shawl. It's just not possible. It's too
quite
big.
It's quite large, and this is a little more than half of across, and it's already out of screen.
Yeah, and it's settling down into the decreases.
It has little ruffly bits.
Yes, it does, and that is intended. But it's quite a nice pattern. I thought I would be finishing it quicker than I am, but it's, probably it uses about as much yarn as a sweater does.
Oh yeah.
So it's quite a large shawl.
And what size needles again?
6.
That would be. Yeah. I would have thought. Is that fingering weight yarn? Or?
Oh no, this is like an Aran weight.
I'm surprised they use bigger needles.
They wanted, I think, a thicker, smushier
Right.
fabric. And I just did what the pattern told me and didn't do a gauge swatch because I don't do gauge swatches for shawls.
I just get more yarn.
Well, I made sure I had enough based on what the pattern told me. Okay.
All right. My next project. I did a little bit of work on this. It's in my Knitting's My Bag. Monet, Sarah, whatever bag. It is her original large, or one of her original large bags. It is my Just Knitted Shawl by Susan Ashcroft. And I'm using size 3s. Oops. is kind
Is a bunny.
It is, indeed. Okay. I made some progress on
You know,
this.
the colorway makes me think a little bit. You remember that ink
Yeah.
well yarn that I was using from Miss Babs?
That's
it's
darker,
a-
though. This is a
Yeah, and it
brighter.
has a little bit more green in it than that did, but it still is that nice deep blue.
I did a few rows of this. I must have done maybe 8 rows, 10 rows maybe. But it is a fingering weight yarn. It is, I always want to say hobbledehoy, but it's
No,
gourmet
it's
starch.
gourmet.
It's gourmet stash.
Gourmet starch.
Gourmet starch. It is gourmet stash. It is a non-repeatable. This is what it looks like in the skein. And it's not doing it justice.
It's a gorgeous
It's
skein.
got greens and teals and blues. I usually call it either the peacock or the mermaid colorway. This is the other.
Did she have a name for it?
She said what it was gone bad. I thought she said a mermaid, but I'm not sure.
I thought she might have renamed the colorway.
But there wasn't one on the ball band. So I did do quite several rows, but it just didn't grow very much because it is fingering on size 3s. So this is for Kay and Dan's Bakery Bears, their patrons' favorite color along. And I will finish it, but I don't know if I'll finish it for the, for the 3-month along.
Oh, yeah, I probably won't finish mine either.
Yeah, but yours is going faster than mine is.
Well, yeah.
And this is definitely my colors. I just love this. And these are on my knit picks. I think it's a 32 circular and size 3s. And that is that.
So the next one I'm going to talk about is the GI Turtle, which actually did get a little bit of love. This is my Timmy the Turtle pattern that I designed, and I'm using mainly Baby Bee, the Sweet Delight in the colorways Baby Sage, Baby Camo, and Chocolate.
That's basically a sport weight, we think.
Yeah, it's quite a lightweight yarn. It almost looks fingering. It's so light.
Or sock.
Yeah. So, it's in the Knitting's My Bag, Birdie's Bag.
And that's her newer large one, right?
Yeah, but not like her,
Not her extra large.
yeah. So the head's been done for a while. It's been a long time since you've seen this project. Head's been done for a very long time.
Ding dong.
Ding dong, the witch is dead.
Ding dong dong ding.
Worked a couple rows on this, but I need to get something on my hook to make it a little easier on me to grip.
I'll have to find that thing out that you gave me for Christmas and see if that helps you. Because I have a whole bunch of those. And I couldn't use those at first.
So I do like the way this is working out. When this one's finished, it's supposed to go on a booth, and I should actually contact them sooner rather than later.
Make sure we have stuff. We keep giving things away.
Well, the one coworker did claim Timmy, but I still have two baby bunnies, one baby turtle thus far.
My turtle has been claimed. I'm just waiting for the finalization, waiting to know where to send it.
Hopefully I can get this turtle done, because then I'll have 2 baby bunnies, 2 baby turtles. And then, of course, I'll be sewing my patterns there, too.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Doo-doo-doo.
Okay. All right, the next thing I was working on, I did pull it out of hibernation for the read along, like I said. It's in my Knitting's My Bag, medium Paris ladies bag. I use this bag a lot. I don't usually use this size, but I use this bag a lot. And Taya, I'm going to actually have to have her look at it because I got 4 stitches in. I did a lot of work on this, but the last row, when I capped it off, I must have done something with the stitches. You can see the hole here.
Oh, yeah.
But I think what it was is the stitch didn't get completely pulled up.
Can I take a look at that?
Sure. Anyway, but let me show. This is how much progress I've done. And this is the pattern I started on. Tanya Marie was doing one Sampler Girl podcast several months ago, and she said it was easy. It looked more complicated.
I'm going to pull back.
Okay. it looks more complicated than it is, and she's
I
right.
hate these needles. I hate wooden needles with passion. It's unreasonable.
And we're going to hear about this now because she's helping me. But,
you know, it looks almost like you did increase.
okay, I'm supposed to have 1 on the other side of the blue, and I'm supposed to have 10 here. I'm supposed to have a total of 11 between this blue thing and, or 1 in the blue thing and then 10.
Okay.
But anyway, that I was looking forward to getting started.
A total
with
of
that.
11 here?
No, 1 here and then 10.
Yeah, there's 11 then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You increased.
Okay, because I only need to have 11. I need to have this and then 1, so it'd be 1 marker and then 10.
Let's see. And is this a knit stitch at the end?
Oh yes.
Okay, let me take this off here.
But so Tanya Marie started me out on that. I was really intrigued by something that was that looked so not difficult, but looked not like you're just doing garter stitch and or whatever. And I shouldn't say just doing garter stitch, but something that didn't require any thought.
Purling.
Yeah.
Oh, you do purl.
You do purl in this.
You got a loose stitch.
But that it didn't require any real thought, real potato chippy. And this is potato chippy too, but it looks like it requires some effort. Did you fix it?
Yeah, your stitch here is really loose for some reason, but it is fixed.
Okay, is there 11 stitches?
Yes. Let me count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay.
So it's really loose there for some reason, but it is fixed.
Okay, thank you. So this,
What did you do there to make it so loose?
I don't know.
I mean, it's fixed. It's a proper count and everything.
Okay. And maybe it was right to begin with, and I just didn't, it was so loose I thought it was missing, and I tried to fix it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Sometimes my tension is a little bit off if I'm doing other things. So you can see right here, I guess it's just loose maybe.
Yeah, that's incredibly loose. I don't know what you did there, but you had the proper count.
Okay.
It's whatever it is, it's from lower down.
Yeah.
Because, and I can't fix it by dropping down because you have the excess yarn.
Right, and it's no problem. It'll just have to. This blanket will probably just stay with me, because it's full of design errors, design modifications, and I don't want to give it to anybody because it's got mistakes in it. And I'm using size 10s. I think I'm using 10.5 6mm needles, and Knit Picks Bravo worsted in the red colorway for this project. And I'm just going to let Taya go ahead and do this while I finish doing this now.
Okay, so you said do this in like doing 2 different things.
I don't care.
Anyway, the next project I'm going to speak about is the Scarlet Huntsman, which is the cloaked hood hoodie pattern by Sheba Guys, Shannon.
And that's also
Mullet
from
Bowlesby.
Big Book, right?
Yes, it is also from the Designer Crochet. And, excuse me, I am using Knit Picks Capretta in the colorway Wine, which is actually the yarn that is shown in the book for that pattern. And I got yarn support for that.
Yes, we both got yarn support for that. My Cascade and her Knit Picks.
So that is in...
You said it was Capretta?
Capretta? Capretta.
You sound like Tim Allen when he goes, woo!
There we go. So it's in my Silver Shed Cats in the News bag.
I haven't seen that fabric in her shop in a while. Or maybe I just wasn't looking for it, so.
I didn't work on this a whole lot. I need to take the time to count and make sure I'm on the proper row, because I know sometimes I have a bad habit of not marking off as I go if I'm distracted.
At least that being like it is, that kind of stitches should be easy to count. Because it's the same as when you do the toys.
But I guess you're right. But the problem is it's back loops every row. It's in the round. So it's actually 2 for each
Well, right, you do
ridge.
You do a ridge and an insert. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Yeah.
7, 8, 9, 10.
That's a pain in the butt.
I keep doing that too. That's why I sometimes resort to just measuring.
But I can't measure with this. He
No.
doesn't give me measurements.
Well, I'm talking about going to our measurements.
Yes.
But that's for the ribbing, so
So yes, this will be going like this when it's done.
that's going to be really nice.
It is. It's just going to take a while because it is using finger weight yarn and a small hook.
It's a gorgeous pattern.
Oh yes, it is. It's an e-hook. So I just need to get for a couple of my e-hooks something to make it a little larger so the grip is a little easier on me.
We'll look for that later.
But yes, it's a lovely yarn. It's a lovely pattern. Got a little bit of work from the stitch marker up, so not too much, but actually I'm going to move it.
How many projects do you have left?
Hold on. Enough for you to go.
No, I have only one. How much do you have? What are you doing?
I have to mark the next.
Oh, gotcha.
There we go. Wait, how do you only have one left?
Because I only had 5. Oh, maybe. I have 2 left.
I was gonna say because I had 7, and there's no way I should have that many more than you. 1.
Okay, so it's my turn.
Yeah, 1, 2.
I must
3.
have skipped one of mine.
Yeah, I have 3.
I skipped my first one. Okay. In my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, extra large, 2 extra large actually.
Yeah, this is 2X as well.
Silver shed bag. We love these bags. They are amazing. I love my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It has my Kikiboo bag, Kikiboo Zeta bumper pill on it. So silver shed. I worked on P-Jean, the Whimsical Turtle, this week. I didn't do a whole lot on it, but I got some done.
On her, not
On
it.
her, yes, her. This is from the Timmy the Timid Turtle pattern by Talia.
Ta-ta-ta-ta.
And I'm using an F hook. Oops. Alliteration. Annihilation.
Aggravation.
Aggravation. The adequate pipe. Rockadoodle. The movie Rockadoodle. So you can see that
A Don Bluth film.
yes, I'm doing my decreases for this. And once I do that, I can stuff it and do the 2 legs, and I can sew it, and I'll be done. So that is the shell. And here is P-Jean's head.
It is a very large head.
P-Jean's head. I'm having fun with this. I missed working on this.
The turtle is very addictive.
It is very addictive. So I thought that there was a color change.
I thought there was
but
too.
I guess I was mistaken. I love the way the chroma works for the shells.
Oh my gosh, I love the way the chrome
It's amazing. And then, it works very well with the Knit Picks Brava Sport or Brava Worsted as the solid color counterpoint. So, love it a lot. I hope to have it done in the next week or 2, but we'll see.
So, the next project that got some work on it was, this actually got quite a bit of work on it, and you can't see it. This is the Design in Progress, and it's in the Kissing Bunnies bag, which has kind of sort of become my design bag. And that's all you get to see about that.
Okay, my next project is in my Kikiboo Bags Autism Awareness bag that Denise, the lovely Denise, gifted me.
And she's in England right
she's
now.
in England. I hope she's having a wonderful time.
It looked like it from the Facebook pictures.
Yeah. I am working on, let me find the right thing here. I'm working on the purple blum. No, it's a purple plum baby hat from the Calming Baby Crochet pattern. This is one of the patterns in that ebook that Faithful Knitter posted that you can find on Knit Picks, the Knit Picks site. And I'm using a G-hook and Knit Picks Brava Worsted.
You see, these things are too far down. I hold my hook up here. This one's almost at the right.
That's not a crochet dude, though.
No, but this one's almost at the right point. But still just a little bit.
So this is the hat so far. I'm almost done with it. I haven't had a chance to sit down and work on it because I had other things that took my attention.
What size hook is that?
I said it was a size G. You did not, in fact, listen.
No, I don't, in fact, listen.
And Talia let me have the yarn because I was tired of working on gray. And this is Brava Sport, which makes a really nice hat because it's acrylic and it can be washed. And it's a fairy tale colorway.
Can I borrow this 1 second? I just want to test something. Keep talking. I'm going to hold my hands out of screen. This, I actually want to see if this is a good hook set.
This hat comes in it's a pattern book, an ebook, and I think it's got like 8 patterns, and half of them are knitted and half of them are crochet. So there's a knit and a crochet version of this hat and another baby hat. And there's like some kind of square thing I think used for like
Mom, this isn't a G. This is a little smaller than a G. This is 4 millimeters. A G is 4.25.
Well, it's close enough. It might be a 7. But anyway, now you confused me, took me off track. It has two of each. It has 2 of each type, and I think there's 2 baby hats. Each one of them has 2 a knit and crochet versions. A total of 4 baby hats. I think there's some kind of like little blanket or something. I can't remember everything else, but there's several kind of giftable type things. And it's a free ebook from Knit Picks.
Mom, what hook set is this?
I think it's the one I got for Christmas that was, I think it's a British set.
I kind of like the grip on this one.
Yeah.
I'll
show
Can I borrow your small hook for this?
Yeah.
Just so I can test it out.
Yep. Absolutely. Just give it back to me when you can.
Yeah, it would have to be an E hook.
Okay. So I'm enjoying this pattern. It's got a nice little design on it. I'm getting ready to do the brim. And that's it.
Hang on, Mom. This is yours, isn't it?
I
don't think it's mine.
I think it is mine, but I don't know where it came from.
Because, let me check. Yeah, it's not mine.
All right. Yeah, I'll just keep it for now. I'll find out where it goes later. It might have fallen off one of my bags. Okay.
Okay, so she and I are going to talk about this hooks because it's a little higher up. The thingamabobby is a little higher up than on Crochet Dude, and
I love Crochet Dude, but
it doesn't work for my crocheting.
It works for me if it's a bigger hook. It's a little less helpful if it's a small hook, but it does work.
I just can't. I've tried using Crochet Dude, and this is just me. I know they're very good hooks. I know a lot of people like them.
Look at this.
It does not work for me. Takumis are crap. I know a lot of people. Some people like Takumis. I hate them, which is why she got my Takumi set. Because she wasn't sure she would continue knitting when I first gave them to her, and she didn't want to spend money on a nice set at the time. I don't know why you continue to use them.
It was sitting out there, so I just wanted to play. So, your project.
Next one I'm going to talk about is the Corazon, which is the Yowza Weigh It Shawl number 3 by Susan B. Anderson. And I'm using Miss Babs Yowza Weta Skein in the colorway Gotta Love Me. And I'm going to try to use, oh, I just split that stitch. I'm going to try to use, what is that? Hold on. That just came completely undone.
Looks like several rows down.
Several rows down. Could you be interesting for a moment?
I don't have a project.
Because that was just something that was a little frightening.
Yeah, okay.
So
what about the way it's got? Just talk about the way it shawl a little bit while you're...
if I can focus and fix this at the same time.
There are 4 of them, and this, for those of you who have watched our podcast before, and I think I just did something as well, have watched our podcast before, you know that we both wanted to do the same shawl. So she got I gave her my extra skein of yarn, and she gave me a sweater's worth of some that she wasn't using, which is really exciting for me. Why don't you tell us what you're doing?
Can I tell them after I fix it? Because I'm kind of sort of in the middle of not freaking out because I just dropped down several rows.
Yeah, you must have missed a stitch somehow. I don't really know I hate when you do this to me. Okay, let me see here if I can figure out. I am going to jump ahead to my book review, my magazine I got.
You do that.
I got one of my stash enhancements. I don't usually buy Crochet World, But we were going shopping at the grocery store, and it's very rare that they have magazines anyway at any kind of, I don't know, they have like Vogue Knitting and Vogue Crochet. We don't really usually care for those magazines, usually. So I looked through this one, and it didn't have a whole lot that I liked, but it kind of had enough. I like this, but I probably would never do it. It probably requires thread and like teeny tiny hooks, and I don't do teeny tiny hooks. This is what I bought it for. One of the things I bought it for. It is in pieces. I don't care. I don't know if you can see it. It's not focusing on the cable very well, but it's actually not really a cable. It's more of like a posts and bobbles, but it's really, really pretty. And I would like to make that after I do the other sweaters that I have on my hooks. There's something here about, I guess you cut, I don't know how you do this, but you cut it, I guess you cut into the sleeve and do the crocheting, the little detailing there. That would kind of freak me out. I'd be afraid of ruining a good shirt doing that. I have a rug here that looks like it's more weaving than crochet. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And they show, I don't want to show you the kind of, I'm directionally challenged. You can kind of see, it looks kind of like weaving. So I thought that was interesting. I would never do it, I don't think, but that's okay. Let's see. These I thought would be really, really cute. You hear all about the mug rugs, and every one I've ever seen has been cloth, with the occasional knitted. I've never seen one crocheted. And I thought that would be really good for swaps, or for like add-ons for Christmas or something like that, for tea drinkers or coffee drinkers, or any kind of hot beverage, or even cold beverage drinkers, so it doesn't leave a ring on something. I might have to make some of those. And I thought this was nice because it has a dual, I guess I like more than I thought in here. This kind of has a dual purpose. You can wear it like that, kind of like a little scarf tie kind of thing. Davina loved the fact that it looked like a tie. Or you can wear it as a headband. Focus. No, it's not going to do it. I don't want to get too close or you'll see all the... Oh, you have to take my word for it. Let's see what else I can find in here. I love this. I don't know if this is tapestry crochet or what, but I love that. And I want to learn how to do that. Because that is so cute. It's a... I guess it's like an afghan. Not really a blanket, but an afghan. And I really like the color work in that. I don't know if they're doing tapestry crochet or something. They have some charts in here. I guess when I read it, I'll figure that out. I can't seem to find the other thing that... Oh, here it is. This is the other thing that sold me on the book. This shawlette. It almost looks Tunisian, but it isn't. And I didn't get the color as much as the actual style of the shawl sold me on it. It's absolutely gorgeous. And here you get another version of it, another view of it. It's really pretty.
I think I'm almost fixed. Keep talking.
I have been trying not to buy magazines because I'm trying to get my stuff off of Ravelry, and I have a ton of stuff on Ravelry already. I don't see the point in this. Somebody can tell me the point of this kind of a sock. I'd appreciate it. It has holes in it. I don't understand this. I really don't. I'm assuming that the bottom doesn't have holes in it. Okay.
I know what they say about assuming.
Yeah, I don't quite get that. And that's about all that I have to say about this. I was actually pleasantly surprised at the amount of things I liked in this magazine this time around. A lot of times I'll pick this magazine up and I'll look at it, I'll go, and just, throw it out. Yeah, not throw it out, but throw it back. I'd like to make this hat. Now this one, of course, is on the back of the magazine. Maybe it's going to be in the next one, or maybe it's just an advertisement, but I really like this hat that this girl's wearing down here. I think it would make a nice chemo cap for somebody. It's very simple, but it's very classy, and I like it a lot. So, yeah, that's basically my review on this.
Never ever lose stitches on the swirl hats. It is a miserable experience that I am greatly regretting at this moment.
Did you fix it?
I'm almost there. I won't know until I count stitches. Basically, my DPN slipped. And horrific things occurred.
And there was much squealing. And my husband is home, so you're going to hear the alarm go off.
Yes.
But we do apologize for the technical difficulties. Okay, I'll just go on to my next stash enhancement right now. I went to Etsy, which is always a dangerous thing. And I've heard a lot about the Chai-Gu red lace, right? Chai-Gu?
Yes.
And this lady had Chai-Gu red lace for like half the price. So I picked up...
Oh, those needles are good.
I picked up a size 8 and a size 11. I'll take the price off of them. From her Etsy shop. She has a bunch of them, and I wish I could remember her name. So it is Grandma's Knit and Crochet. It's an Etsy shop. And she got it out to me very, very quickly. And I was looking at the price. I went to Chai-Gu's site to see how much the needles cost, and I think I got both of them for what one size 11 would cost, including my shipping. These are fixed. And I figure if I don't like them, if they're too slippery, I'll give them to Talia. But I'm looking forward to trying these. She raves about metal needles. So
these needles in particular.
These in particular, so I'm going to try them. So I got them at the Etsy shop, and they were very, very quick. The customer service, in terms of sending things out, was very fast. We also received, it was a good mail week. We got, I was not given permission to mention this particular person on the podcast. She knows who she is. I am very deeply grateful to her for thinking of us, all three of us. Mm-hmm. She sent Talia and me and Davina each a little stitch marker. I don't want you to see her name here. They're little Scotty dogs, one for each of us, and it's a progress marker, and I'm going to use mine to mark my sweater progress. And a wonderful little note, and I don't have any of the bookmarks because mine's in my book, Talia's is in her book, and Davina has hers upstairs in a book. She made us these knitted bookmarks, and they were perfect. And just so you know, this person, just so you know, the color you chose for me was perfect, and the color you chose for the girls was perfect as well. She was concerned because she couldn't find yellow and she couldn't find green. The color she actually found for me was perfect because I'm more of a blue-green kind of person, so it was perfect. She also sent me, I've been wanting to try these for a while, a couple of Addi hooks that I guess she didn't like them or whatever. She asked me if I wanted them, and I said, sure, if you're going to destash them, I'll take them, and she gave them to me, so I'm looking forward to trying these. I've heard a lot about Addi needles, and not as much about the hooks, but I figure maybe if the needles have a good reputation, so does the hook. It will be interesting. The handle is not a real soft, kind of malleable or
porous. Not porous, but
it doesn't give when you're using it. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this works. I don't know what the sizes are. I have to check. But I'm looking forward to using this as well. It was a godsend because I've always wanted to try them, and now I can. And it was through her generosity. It was very, very nice of her. She wrote a very nice little letter, a little note to us, which I will not read to you, but it was very, very nice, and we appreciate it greatly. We have wonderful. We don't require gifts to say you're wonderful, but it was a wonderful gesture on her part, and we appreciate it very greatly.
That this is fixed.
Well,
with
it better
only
be.
slight jogs. Oh, thank heavens.
Well, it better
That
be,
was horrific. Let me
Because-
finish this last
because
one.
I don't have anything else to say.
Oh my gosh, that was horrific, guys. We're going to talk about this one.
Yeah, that's good because we have to get going because Daddy's home.
So, that was kind of horrific, and you can't even tell hardly now. But right there, I dropped a bunch of stitches right where I do yarn overs. So I had to figure out exactly where yarn overs went. Then I fixed it, and then there was a hole, so I had to go back and fix it again. But it's all fixed. Actually, you can barely tell.
Not much at all. No, it's perfect.
So
They're not going to look that close.
it's it ruins my very tight knitting, but like you can hardly tell that there was that I dropped there.
Can you do a duplicate there over it if you wanted to?
It's not such a big deal. It's just a stretch stitch a little bit.
Okay.
It's not any extra. I have the proper count.
Right.
It's just the stitch is stretched a little bit. Actually, like I said, I move it around a little bit and it disappears. So actually, I think the fix went over quite well. This is the It's a Boy project, and it's a squirrel hat pattern by Mandy Harrington. I am using Yarn Bee Walkaway sock wool nylon in the colorway heel to toe.
It seems to be working up well for the hat.
It is. And I have to be doing this for 5 inches. I think I'm at 3.5, maybe 4.
Maybe 4, yeah.
And then I can start decreasing. So I'm going to put this away right now.
Is that your last project?
No, it's one more.
Okay, go.
The final one is Corazon, which is what I was starting to talk about. This is the Yowza Waist Shell 3. Let me just shove my tools back where they belong. This is why I try to have a tool in each bag, because you never know when you're going to drop a stitch and need a tool. There we go. Oh, and the hat was in my bag from Kiki Boo Bags, Denise, the autism awareness bag, which is awesome.
And she gifted it to you.
Yes, it was awesome. I'm so sorry.
You should be.
So, my final one to show. What's that?
It's been we've had thunderstorms here all day, and we get kind of gunky with that kind of weather.
In my TARDIS bag is, this is a Ploverbird bag that feels like it's bigger on the inside. Yeah, it's a way at 3, and I'm planning on doing this with 2 skeins.
See, we started at the same time, and she's much more
farther?
Much more far away.
So this is the right side. So it's growing. It's getting bigger.
Bigger. Got to admit, it's getting bigger.
I love the colors.
These are pretty colors.
It's both for
It looks
the...
like a black cherry.
It does. It actually makes me think of cardiac colors as
Yeah.
well. It is for the cardiac ride along and for the favorite color along. And here's my skein. So still a decent amount in there. We'll see if I still want to use 2 skeins when I get to that point, if I'll end up using for a different project. But I want to use both skeins.
Is that your last one?
That is my last one.
Okay. All right, moving on.
Faux.
Foes.
I'm not going to go over the magazine this week because I...
Yeah. What?
I wanted to work on that.
Well, that's okay. We have to kind of focus
Yeah.
right now. How many foes do you have?
1.
Okay, I'll go first. My first foe is actually 2. And the first one, well, let me go back to where I'm at here. Okay. The first one is the Kaleidoscope Baby Hat. And it's just my own pattern. You've seen this a million times, this pattern. So I'm still trying to work it out.
We can work it out.
So that's it. I'm trying to figure out if this is too big for an infant I tried it on the baby. It's a little bit bigger than my other hat, which is the Morning Mist baby hat, which is quite a bit smaller. That's not right, is it? No, that's not the right one. This is the one. This is the Morning Mist baby hat. This is the first one. This is almost a preemie. But you can see the difference in size. This one and this one are about the same size. It's a little bit bigger. And then this one is definitely smaller. So I have 3 of these hats now. They're in my Je T'aime Cloverbird small bag. And right now it's holding my baby hats. So that was my first one. Your FO?
Yes, let me just do my yarn over. So, oh, that's why.
To answer Mary asked on her podcast how many hours you spend crafting a day. Mary, we generally, if we're sitting, we're crafting.
Yes.
We don't.
Did she ask us directly, or did she ask?
No, she was asking in her podcast group. And if you haven't seen Yarnaceuticals, you should. Yarnaceuticals, right?
Yes.
That's Mary's podcast. You should check her out. She's really funny and she's really good. She has a very dry sense of humor, which makes me laugh.
It rolled away.
You knocked Sammy over.
No, I didn't. Sammy's fine.
Oh, it's yours.
I was trying to get mine.
Okay.
Finished object.
And anyway, check her out. She I forget what I was going to say about that, but anyway, go ahead.
Yes, check Mary out. And check out this turtle. This is mine. Chance. He is all done. And he is mine. He's a little smaller than the original one, I think. Mm-hmm. But not quite as small as the undead turtle. So, I want a turtle that's mine, and this one belongs to me. So I'm very happy to have him.
Oh, he's very cute. A welcome addition to the family.
And he's definitely my colors.
Yes, he is. Okay, my faux, my last faux. I finished Rascal. Here he is in all his rascalness, rascally glory. He's not quite as big as Talia's blue one, and he's about the same size as her original one. What's his name? I was
Mike?
the original Mike. Yeah. Why can't I remember his name? I don't know, because I guess I don't think of Daddy as a platypus. But anyway, so this is all out of the yarn I used for this is Heritage. I think it's called Heritage. Turbo Knitter likes to use this. Kenneth. So he doesn't really. It's hard to fit in the screen. But
yeah, he's a big platypus. This thing, my Grayson one, is perfect for a reading pillow. Mm-hmm. I just shove him behind my back, lean, have my shawl around my shoulders, and it's perfect for reading. And I'm sure the turtle will be perfect as well. But
I have the notes on my project page for what yarns I used. Well, I can tell you, I used Great Smoky Mountains, Grand Canyon, and Acadia colorways.
Which one's Acadia?
I'm not sure. I think the gold is Gold Rush. I'm not sure. But you can look at my project page. And I had a lot of fun making this. He is going to go back here. I'll fix that later. And that's all my FOs.
Okay, so design news. Mike Platypus in testing until August 4th. Most people have already finished the testing, which is very impressive. There's no rush for people to finish it because they do have to August 4th. But if everyone gets it done before that point, I'll just release it early.
Right.
Because then there's no point in waiting.
Exactly. Do you have more design news?
Yes, July 31st is the year mark since Barry the Cardinal was first released.
And before you do that, before you start that, because that kind of goes off what we're going to do with the 500.
No, it doesn't.
Well, if you're going to start talking about the whole thing.
No, I'm just talking about that.
Okay.
So July 31st is the year mark since Barry the Cardinal was first released. And which is kind of cool. That is what I consider the start of Francis Kinchisi Designs. I mean, I had a little chart for a Nightwing square that I had done, but that was a free pattern that I hadn't really put a ton of effort into. It was just a little chart. That was my first real pattern, so it's kind of cool that it's almost been a year. So I don't know. Maybe I'll have to do something for that.
Okay, that One thing that, if you have been in the shadows for a while, or if you are just seeing us, I know I said at the top of the podcast that please come and join us. We are planning something. It's already in the works for the 500 members.
Mm-hmm.
So it's already in the works. We're really super excited about it. We hope you will be as well. And if you are in the shadows, please, we'd love for you to have a chance at this because it's a lot of fun. And, well, we think it's a lot of fun. You might not. I don't know. We're excited about it.
Yes.
And we think you will be as well. So I can't really tell you a whole bunch about it, except that there's going to be...
Because it's a deep, dark secret.
Yeah, except there's going to be two or three giveaways, depending on what we have. So, and they're pretty good-sized giveaways.
And we were aware that we hit, was it 3 years?
We hit 3 years.
It's just that 500 members kind of eclipsed that.
Yes, we had a lot going on, and 500 members eclipsed it. So, but we are planning something, and so, you know.
And Davina's birthday eclipsed it as well, because
yes.
Davina's birthday happens to be
the day
our
of the
podiversary.
Yeah, podiversary.
Because for whatever reason, 3 years ago when I started the podcast, I decided to do it the night of Davina's birthday.
Right, after we went to bed. So please, if you are in the shadows, if you know somebody who you think would like the podcast and would enjoy watching us or taking part in the cows and stuff like that, please feel free to join up. We are planning something that we hope you will really enjoy, but you have to be a member of the group to participate in it.
And quick thank you to the person who, and I forget your Rav name. I keep wanting to call you Cupcake, but that's not who you are.
You talking about Jen?
No, it's not Jen. That's why I keep wanting to call her by the wrong Rav name. Thank you for your information on compressing the podcast, and I'll see if that works tonight.
Right.
Autobiography, finished the shared story. She has it now.
Yay. It was good.
The other thing that I've been doing is, well, here's my bookmark that was sent, and it matches my book nicely. I love my little bead.
And that's she got the red pink one with that color bead. Davina's is the same color with a yellow-green kind of bead. Mine is kind of a turquoisey blue-green with a blue bead. So it's very perfect.
This is my 6 Wives of Henry VIII by Alison Weir. I am just about halfway through. Strongly in Anne Boleyn as Queen. The woman was a piece of work. Of course, Henry was
not much better.
Not much better at this point. But thoroughly enjoying this. I look forward to reading this lady, Alison Weir's other books. And Deanne, I know I have a message from you regarding books and the like.
Okay, I did a critique in one of my writers groups, and I worked on a free write. Not a whole lot of words, but some. And I am currently being prompt mistress for one of my writers groups, so that means I give out the prompts for the week, and I'm enjoying that immensely. I am still reading Sherlock Holmes, but a different book, and I'm probably about maybe a third of the way through that, and I'm still reading about St. Francis de Sales, but I'm his Words of Wisdom, but I'm probably about 80% through with that. Anything else?
That's it for me.
Okay, we have shout-outs for, I want to thank Stitching Between the Pages, Gabberwan 2011, Susie Cusey, and Sissy Knitting and Crochet. Thank you very, very much for your comments on YouTube. If I missed somebody, that was as of this morning. So if I didn't see you, we do appreciate your comments on YouTube, even if we don't get to see them and say something on the podcast. We do read them. We don't always get to respond right away. For those of you who are waiting for PM responses from me, I was getting through them, and then we had the Autism Awareness Day, and I got a flood of emails, and everything got pushed down, so I'm weeding my way through what I need to answer. So I am getting through there. Some of you have offered prizes. Some of you have requested email addresses and things like that, or requested snail mail addresses. I am getting to you. I have not forgotten. I just haven't had time.
And thank you to all my testers who have completed the Mythoplatypus pattern, or who are still working on him.
Some of them are so cute.
Oh my god!
All of them are cute.
All of them are cute. I love the little hat.
With the hat, yes, that was
Robin.
Yes, Hank's mom. Yes.
And Brittany had the multicolored one flower.
And there was another multicolored one as well. I think
well,
that was Nicole's.
Nicole's had a multicolored beak.
so did Sue's.
So did Sue.
Yes.
So there's a bunch of really
Creative. They were creative and cute and adorable and just very inspiring.
Yes.
So I want to thank everybody. And if that's it, I think we need to get ready to eat dinner, so we have to get going here.
It's a good thing I did the prep for the slides ahead of time.
We want to wish everyone a very blessed and happy week, full of everything that makes you happy, whether it's knitting, crocheting, whatever crafting it is, watching podcasts, doing whatever it is, being outside, whatever. This is Pen Hook, and we hope to see you next week. This is Pen Hook and Needles Podcast, episode 163, and that's a wrap.